Hello, Daniel Zent here again with Bob Smith Motors in Billings, Montana. Today we're going to take a virtual walk around on this 2004 Mazda RX-8. Now, I feel the best way to describe this 2004 Mazda RX-8 is that it simply stands out. You start with the distinctive body stylings, you add that distinctive yellow color, you put the third and fourth suicide style doors that open up the opposite direction there. Everything about this stands out. And then you add on top of that that it has a rotary engine under the hood rather than the traditional internal combustion engine. Alright, now we can take a look at the interior of this RX-8. Very sporty feeling, sporty looking interior. I like this interior a lot. It feels very sporty, almost something, kind of reminiscent of maybe even a Corvette, something like that. We can see our gauge cluster up top here. Great contrast on there. Digital speedometer and analog tachometer and other gauges. We can see just over 88,000 miles, 88,141, on what is essentially a 12-year-old vehicle by now. So for its age, incredibly low mileage on this Mazda. We've got our steering wheel controls for our stereo, and for our cruise control. As we move across and down, we can see some more controls. We've got a brightness control for our gauge display. We can see our alloy pedals, footrest down below, which is always a nice little touch. You can see our power locks, power windows, power mirrors. We've got our display in the center for our stereo and for our climate controls here. AM, FM, CD player, as well as some added inputs down here, auxiliary input, USB input, that you can turn on and off actually. We've got a little bit of storage down here with our 12-volt outlet under our manual controls for our air conditioning and heating. There's of course a 6-speed manual transmission with our parking brake. We do have heated seats in the front seat. The driver's seat is also power adjustable. Slides back for our cup holders here. Really nice leather bucket seats. Very sporty looking and feeling. They're very comfortable, nice to drive in. Gives you a great addition to your ride. And something we never want to forget or overlook is our power sunroof. And as I mentioned briefly before, we do have the back doors, the third and fourth doors that open suicide door style into the back seat, which, as you would expect in a car like this, which is geared more toward the sporty side of things, the back seat is nothing to write home about, but you can sit back there. It does exist. The seats actually are pretty comfortable back here. We do have a pass-through to the trunk. The center bit pops out of there, and the bit folds up here. We've got a little bit of console storage area. And the trunk is really about what you would expect on this car as well. Not the most spacious in the world, but honestly, I have seen a lot smaller trunks. So overall, I gotta say, this is a heck of a car at a heck of a price. It's a super fun little coupe. It's a blast to drive. The interior, like I said, is very sporty feeling. It's very comfortable. And it's a great driving experience overall, like I say over and over again with all the Mazda lineup. But this one is definitely a lot of fun. So let's start her up. Let's take a look at that rotary engine. Okay, so if you are seriously looking at this car, you are most likely already aware of some of the differences of the rotary engine, which is completely different from the traditional internal combustion engine. If not, there's far too much to go into in a little 4 or 5 minute video here. You can definitely check out Mazda's website, mazdausa.com. There's all kinds of information there. Or you can hit up our website, bobsmithmazda.com. Alright, that is going to do it for this edition of the virtual walk around on this 2004 Mazda RX-8. Again, I'm Daniel Zent with Bob Smith Motors. Be sure to check out the rest of our auctions on our eBay store, as well as our website for more information on the Mazda lineup, and like I said, the rotary engine in this vehicle at bobsmithmazda.com, and have fun bidding.